Hey everyone, welcome to Landing Page Anatomy, a series where I break down a landing page to see how it works and why does it work. And for today, we're looking at iRestore, which is an interesting business that seeks to help people to regrow their hair with their device. So without further ado, let's check it out. So I've stumbled it upon through the Nick Sharma's email newsletter. Shout out to Nick for sharing all of the landing pages. If you are a big landing page nerd like me, well, that would be the perfect newsletter for you to subscribe. And it's not sponsored, so kudos. I just really like his newsletter and the landing pages he got. So this is one of the landing pages designed by his agency called Hooks. So this is the website outlook. So they are designing it with the purpose to target, I guess, both genders, both male and female. And it has all the winning elements of what makes a good landing page. It addresses a lot of objections, hitting hard on the psychological triggers from the customers, and also letting them know what's the difference between their product and the typical product you see in the market, and why should we trust them. So for landing page anatomy for this series, so it has a sort of a top banner, a simple call, $400 off with free gift. Nothing too special here. And same for the menu header bar. It's only a logo and a very simple CTA, shop now. It seems like for this landing page, it has only one goal and one goal only, which is to get people to shop. There's no newsletter button for them to click on. It's just shop now. Buy. And let me bring to you the hero section. So one reason I think it's amazing is that it has a big benefit: regrow your hair without the hassle. So without the hassle, it's a fantastic way to address the objection of saying, "Oh, it takes too much work. It must be something that requires a lot of time." But the way they advertise it with the headline was "Regrow your hair," which is the benefit they want to achieve, the desired result, and they don't have to go through a long way. And what makes a great headline is you're trying to minimize the amount of effort they think they're going to put in for your customers for getting the result they want. And so that will increase their likelihood of buying your stuff. And they have done a great job in using this simple headline of hitting the big benefit and also addressing the objection of it might be taking a long time. And with that, the description, iRestore's FDA cleared, clinically proven device helps you see results as little as 3 months. So it has hit a couple of stuff here. So first off, it has utilized authority bias effect. So what essentially means is authority bias would normally occur when you will be looking up towards the authority you respect you, therefore you're more likely to trust them. So with this case, since it's FDA cleared in the US, it's pretty big. And this means the government has basically put a sort of a stamp of approval to say, okay, it's safe for you to do it. Plus, it has been clinically proven. So with that sort of doubled authority bias, it really helps build some trust, especially for this device. It has also provided a timeline as little as 3 months. It provides a specificity, so that is amazing. Plus, they have a great review, about 20,200 plus reviews. What's interesting here is that they are not using round numbers, let's say 20,000 plus or 30,000 plus, for example. What is another good thing when you are putting in, like, let's say trying to promote how many people have given you a review, it would be great to use a really specific number so that it is, because people are more used to seeing rounder numbers. So if they see something that's very specific, like for example, for this case, 20,200, it really catches people's attention and stops the scroll. And with that, they also kind of took note of the social proof element. They are also using 4.5 stars rather than a complete 5 stars. Well, this is perhaps a bit of human psychology as well, because if we go to e-commerce websites, everything we see is just 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. We'll be thinking, is it legit? So actually, if we drop by a little bit, just by a little, it shows a little bit imperfection. And that imperfection shows that you are the perfect product, where you are not trying to buy reviews and all that. So perhaps that's one way of why they chose to use this sort of displaying a review in a very authentic way, right? They're pushing it to just 5 stars. So just a bit of authenticity. Plus, it also has an amazing offer of a 12-month money-back guarantee, which is very strong. And basically, they are putting up all the risk up front, letting the customer know, hey, we are taking all the risk. Why not trust us? You get the money back in 12 months if you don't get your results. And plus, you can see a result as little as 3 months. So that basically gives them like 4 times the amount of months they can to get the results. And for this case, I would like to highlight something special is they call out a psychological trigger. So for this, most likely, let's say for the picture, you can see that the model they chose, the photo shoot, is more towards nurturance. So what do I mean by nurturance is where you are trying to care for something, either emotionally or physically. And with that, normally for this case, it does look like they are caring for each other by getting this sort of hair device. They have to grow back the hair. And the copy is also tailored towards helping them help you to see results. So this is nurturance as well. And with esteem, so based on the photos, you can see they're smiling happily with the device. So this gives people the impression to say, hey, with this device, it can help me grow back my hair and thus getting back my confidence. So this is an indirect link to esteem, although they don't really address it directly. So that is the hero section. And I'll move on to the social proof section. So what's emphasized in Hope's landing pages is normally they'll have a lot of social proof. And for this case, they use news articles, publishers like WSJ, GQ, Vanity Fair, Men's Health, and Today News. So all of these are very famous and very well established publications. So this really builds up the trust at the start and giving people more reason why they should continue trusting them. So the flow is after they show them what's the benefit and this is the offer you have. And when they're thinking, oh, sure, it's FDA cleared, but is there any publication supporting it? Boom. From there, there's a lot of these publications that are supporting it, and they put a logo there as featured in. From then on, then they layer it again with a testimonial. So they're trying to stack up all the proof after proof after proof after proof to really get you to buy into the product. So for this, they chose to use a before and after effect, a simple and typical e-commerce sort of testimonial style. And for this case, the hair is very obvious, as you can see before and after. Image speaks more than words. So by just using photos, simple photo can really tell a lot of things rather than just putting a text description. So I love the before and after comparison. Plus, they also specify 150,000 plus people that have overcome hair loss with this. And it's also using a slider format, so you can click and see more. What's good, it's a good practice as well for them to say, to put out a disclaimer to say individual results may vary rather than making too big of a claim. This actually really lowers people's skepticism as well, because they're just being honest and authentic to them to say, hey, look, this is individual results. They might vary. And they have a good CTA of shop now, which is good. And moving on, we have an overcome objection part, which is it legit? Well, in the clinical study, patients who use iRestore saw an increase of 43.2% hair growth within 4 months. So this is, again, a bit of authority bias, I would say. They have a clinical study, which is pretty much a lot of people would trust the clinical study without thinking too much. And what's interesting is they chose green color specifically to highlight the positive hair growth. Well, in the typical context, we normally see green as something that's positive and red as a negative. So I like how they sort of take into account of the human psychology part where we normally associate green color as a positive thing and blend it together and voila. Normally, right now, when I see 43.2%, as I was glancing through the website as a normal user, I would say, oh, this seems like a positive number. Let me have a look further. So that is something good that we could take away to say, if you want to highlight, let's say, an increase of something positive, use a green color. If you are highlighting something negative, use a red color. So that's something we could use in our own copy as well for our website. And they continue hammering proof again. For this time, it's a bit of authority bias. So they got the testimonials from the doctors, the surgeons, laser specialists, which is good. And I have a mixture of both men and women, thus speaking towards the target market. They've been kind of hinting it at the start already to showcase, let's say, a man and a female, so which is good. And they also repeat the keywords of FDA cleared, clinically proven. That is something very important. So at the start, they already say it's an FDA cleared and clinically proven, and they keep mentioning consistently. So what happens is for users, they might have an anchoring effect. Let's say when they first land on the landing page, they see that they're FDA cleared and clinically proven. Then they remember to say, okay, this product is FDA cleared and clinically proven. And as they scroll down, it keeps getting the same message over and over and over and over again. FDA cleared, clinically proven, FDA cleared, clinically proven. So with that, it really, the consistency sort of constant exposure effect, it really kicks in. So as humans, the more times we see it, the more often we will remember it, more likely we remember it. So for this case, they kind of use the consistent words throughout the whole landing page as of now to make us remember. And I'd like to highlight the video testimonial structure, which is very interesting. So she has highlighted her as a doctor of the problems faced by her patients, which is they might feel vulnerable using other methods. And then they proceed to call out to say, hey, this is FDA cleared product. And personally, I have tried out for 4 to 5 months and really helping patients, not just with this sort of genetic problem as well. And it's safe and effective because I tried it myself. So this is a very good example of an expert trying out a product, really building trust to say, hey, I already use it on my own, so why not just trust me? And they hit on the psychological trigger of freedom. So freedom for this case is more towards you want to be free of the problem of falling hair. So experts address that right to say, hey, this product can help you grow hair. And nutrients, a bit of nutrients as well. So besides getting free of the problem of losing hair, they also want to grow the hair, not just stopping it, but also get more. So it's a bit of nutrients element as well inside this authority bias. And moving on from there, after giving you the introduction of what's the product, why you should buy it, and now you might ask, well, I hear a lot of people seem to like it, so let me know now, like why, 3 reasons why. And they have utilized the power of 3. So this has been a psychological phenomenon where humans tend to like the number 3. So they grab it on real hard and have the title of 3 reasons why you love the iRestore hair growth system. And they listed up and addressed each of the psychological triggers. For example, the first one would be, is it painful or uncomfortable if I have to use this device? So in this case, they say thicker, fuller hair in as little as 3 months, no hassle, no hormone pills, messy creams, or painful transplants needed, which is good. Second, do I need to sit all day long? Because it does look like a hassle. And this could be regrow your hair with hands-free targeted coverage. The iRestore hair growth system can be used with ease as you do literally anything else without missing an area. This is awesome. What they did was they are challenging and helping people to associate with their competent psychological trigger to say, actually, I can do a lot of things with this and don't have to put in too much time or allocate a certain amount of time just to do this thing. I can do other stuff too. So it helps you to feel more productive. So hence, in this case, competence. And finally, it's also for everyone. So for all hair loss conditions, so this is for everyone. So it feels like they can be free of whatever hair loss condition they are in. So as you can see, whatever you're dealing with, widening parts, bald spots, or receding hairline, iRestore's combination of lasers and LEDs will regrow your hair. So with that sort of simple picture showing the 6 possible scenarios where you can grow, 6 possible scenarios of people losing their hair, this is something that they can consider, either one of them. And that is awesome. They kind of hit each psychological trigger based on each reason, which is amazing. And after that, they proceed to ask, how does it work? They explain to you. And with that, they kind of use a very conversational copy that's easy to understand. For example, the first one, they say, place the device on your clean, dry scalp, relax, read a book, watch TV, and let the iRestore professional device work its magic science. So it is very simple and clear-cut and concise. And second, wear it for 25 minutes, 3 times a week, addressing the objection to say, how often do I need to wear it? Or just addressing the basic question. The low-level laser technology the device produces increases blood flow to the scalp, helping the metabolisms of hair follicles. Think watering a plant. So that is a great way to tie up and help people to understand how does it work. Just like photosynthesis, which is awesome. Oh no, not photosynthesis. I'm just watering the plant itself. My bad. My science sucks. So the third one would be thicker, fuller hair, and in as little as 3 months, through constant use, your revitalized hair follicles will continue to grow back thicker, healthier, and fuller. I think so. So It is, again, very conversational, and it seems like it has been rhyming very well for these 3 how it works steps. So I think they put a heck of a lot of work inside it, and kudos to them. And from there, they will finally showcase the product. So time to hard sell it. And first they throw in a few offers with a discount code, free gift, and even throw in a warranty as well. And they use the social proof element, again, 4.5 stars with a specificity of 20,200 reviews. Show people that there are a lot of people that have bought it already, don't have to worry about it. And they address the objection of, is it safe? By saying, again, highlighting the fact that it's clinically proven and it's FDA cleared. And they have also used the pricing tactic of power of 9 at the end. So what happens is, have you ever go through a small and keep seeing flat prices being as, let's say, $5.99, $2.99 instead of $3 or $6? Well, that's the reason. People don't like very well-rounded numbers. Like with this sort of imperfect numbers, it really catches their attention and let them think they got a good deal. So with that, a lot of e-commerce businesses actually use this tactic to let you to believe that you got a good deal by paying 1 cent less, or aka $69.99 rather than 70. So it really does help people to convince them to purchase. And I also like the fact that I have like sort of what to expect in the image as well, rather than just showing the product only. They also showcase what to expect and explain how it works and giving you a preview of how it looks like. So it addresses objection as well of, well, what happens if it doesn't work? Well, you can get a money back guarantee. So this basically gives them a reason of, what do I have to lose? And from there, they also have these sort of details where they break down the safety tested and durable side, and advanced ventilated design, designed for optimal comfort, 12-month back guarantee. More, I would say this is more reasons to buy section. And the first objection would be, it's safety tested and durable. So this, they're trying to hit the psychological trigger of safety and competence. So safety, of course, it's tested, safety, so pretty much direct. And competence is where it's durable, so it really helped us the job very consistently and in long term, so it's worth the money. And second, they address the objection of, let's say, the psychological trigger of, hey, is it really comfortable for me? So they addressed it by showing, okay, this is an experience that you can have, an amazing one that can stay cool and comfortable. The third one, they address another psychological trigger of experience and restate it by saying, okay, it's very comfy, very designed for optimal comfort, so don't worry about how uncomfortable you get. And they also address another objection of safety, where it's like, can I still really justify the purchase? Well, you can get your money back. So it really gives them lesser reason not to buy it. And from there, they also have a typical us versus them with laser caps and pills. They have a simple CTL shop now. I like the fact that I highlighted their own product. And also, when I look at it at first, I will look at the positive side. And then after I look at the negative, I'll be like, oh, it is better. And I like how they use the green circle, which is positive again, and red stands for negative, which is interesting. They kind of keep using the pattern, which is good. And finally, they have a video testimonials as well. And they have an interesting structure. For example, for this one, it has a structure of highlighting the problem. For example, calling out the fact that, hey, I lose hair, and agitate it further to say, do you wish to glue back your hair? And then proceed to make an introduction to the product. I just get this product, it's amazing. And then they showcase the before and after effect, and then demonstrating how to put the product on. And that is a pretty good video testimony that I'll probably use it to run an ad directly. If it's on Facebook ads, I wouldn't even be surprised because it's really good. And besides having a video image, they also have text testimonials as well. It is full-on packed with a lot of authentic customer reviews. So they have shopping carousels for them to have a look. And again, kind of specifying 150,000 raving customers. It would be good if they provide like a not so well-rounded number, so it really catches people's attention. And I like how they have a verified buyer with a blue or green tick beside. So just to showcase people that, hey, you can trust us, don't worry. And they have an FAQ too to address the psychological trigger of safety. How safe is it? and what age is it. The doctors really advise us to use it. All of that factors, they addressed it all in the FAQ, which is amazing. Really sort of closing in their final worries. It's like, oh, can I really use it? It sounds great, but can I really use it though? So they kind of address all of it in the FAQ. So after, when they finish giving you a brief introduction of what's the product, why do you need to buy, layer it with proof after proof after proof, from doctors to normal users, and also from text to video to image, carousel swipes. Now they come to the after selling product, then they'll come to the final ending banner for you to remind you time to buy. So it's grow time, and it touches on a psychological trigger of nurturance, helping people realize that, hey, it's time to grow my hair back, and getting them to take action with a simple shop now button, nothing else, minimizing the distractions for them and only prompting them to make the purchase. And for this case, they have a simple folder with just brand name, T&Cs, and privacy policy. And that is pretty much it for this episode. If you like it, hate it, drop a comment. And if you're a video lover, you check out my YouTube video. And if you're a Spotify or audio lover, check out my podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google. Well, with that, I guess I'll start my screen share right now. If you have any other landing page you'd like me to analyze, feel free to drop me a note. I'm happy to have a look and do another episode. Well, that's it for now. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.